like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Skills, yeah. Paper stuff to act like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. For your poster, popping your projects, pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Stuff that acts like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast LA skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and our home team. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing, Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Set, block 15. Block 50. Hey, watch the slant. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Orange 5-4. Safety creeping.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
3rd and long for Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. It's Warren. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
319. Also over here.
On first down, Warren. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that's caught by Beasley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Warren. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Check 52. This. 26. Hey, Haywood.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Switch up. Motion. Reset. Hey, orbit.
To throw again. Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And some room to work. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 85 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And just bowling over tacklers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Red!
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Denzel Perryman charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Block 15! Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers going to throw again. And John Brown's got it complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got one.
Wait, 89.
Rivers to throw this time. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the edge. Alert 3, alert 3.
To throw, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
No. 319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this one caught by Beasley. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Bills 17.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Mike, 49.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Badgley's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Rodgers. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That one complete to Yeldon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, Warren. Joey Bosa in on the stop. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 16.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Warren. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it.
There goes Melvin Gordon. 20, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon 78 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check three.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Jump out. Mike 52. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, high 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Finding Knox there, complete. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw is Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And now the Bills will bring the offense out onto the field and go for 2 here.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys were picking.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, Delta! Let him know. White, 89!
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers got his man. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Hey!
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Check.
On 1st down, 1. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
1st down, Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
To the air again here, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Matt Milano in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.